What's up, everybody? Break number 826 BD. This is a case of Leaf Nation Baseball 12-box break. We got a happy breaker right now. Yankees lead 4-0 over the Red Sox. So let's have a happy break here and continue the success. There's 6. Yeah, I saw the other 6, but I'm going to show it again. 12 boxes. Box number 1. 12 cards per box. 6 autos, 6 base cards. Really don't need these. I'm going to use my sweat card right here, like I always do. Grab our 6 base cards. Here we go. James Tibbs, 3 out of 15. James Tibbs, 3 out of 15. Trey Yesavage. Trey Yesavage. That one is 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8. Jurrangelo Cinchte. That is 1 out of 2. Charlie Condon. Saturday in the Park. That one is, 5 out of 15. This one could be a 1 of 1. It's black. It's Hagen Smith. It's Saturday in the Park, and it is a 1 of 1. 1 of 1, Hagen Smith. And a new dawn of Blake Burke. And that is 2 out of 6. When we do our recap later, we will not recap the base cards unless they're 1 of 1s. First card out, Chuck Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch. Cracked ice. That one is 1 out of 15. Saturday in the Park. That is Echendry Vargas on a new dawn. Echendry Vargas. That's on the Speckles, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 on the Speckles. Jeff Burrows on the Black Shimmer. And that is a 1 of 1 Black Shimmer of Jeff Burrows. Jeff Burrows. Dason Hill, or Dason Hill. Not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but that's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. I'm going to say Dason Hill. I was probably right the first time. How about Rintaro Sasaki? That's a nice auto. This man is a high prospect, 2 out of 7. Wherever he ends up, out of Stanford. And our last card of box 1. That is pure hitter Acetate, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench on the acetate, 3 out of 3. Nice hit for the Johnny Bench spot. Anybody that likes to buy the legends of the game in this product. There you go. Box number 2. Box number 2. Alright, our base cards out of the top 100 MILB top 100, Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones. This one always gives me trouble. That one is 4 out of 15. Rintaro Sasaki on the New Dawn. 6 out of 7. Tin Kent's top 100. That one is 14 out of 15. Pure Hitters, Jace Lavalette. Jace Lavalette. A New Dawn, Theo Gillen. That one is 4 of 4. James Triantos. James Triantos. That one is 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 on the top 100. Will Gasparino. That one's 1 out of 6. AJ Garcia, a New Dawn, 1 out of 8. Brady Ebel, a New Dawn, 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. Acetate LFG. That is Malcolm Moore. Malcolm Moore. That one is numbered 13 out of 15. Green, Ken Hawk Harrelson. Ken Hawk Harrelson. That one is a 1 of 1. 1 of 1 green Ken Hawk Harrelson. And last card of box 2. It's a triple. That is Ben Hess, Jurrangelo Cijntje, and Trey Savage. That'll be random off. Box number 3. Boxes. Ryan Waldschmidt on the Pure Hitters. Pure Hitters purple acetate. That is 8 out of 8. Kurt Schilling, red speckles, 1 out of 2. Zaire Hope. Zaire Hope. That is 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8. Trey Morgan. A New Dawn. 2 out of 4. Travis Bazzana on the red cracked ice. That is 4 out of 4. Ethan Salas. Ethan Salas on the blue ice. That one is 2 out of 7. 2 out of 7. Our first auto, Jared Thomas, a New Dawn. That one is 4 out of 5. Jurrangelo Cijntje, purple shimmer, 2 out of 8. Tyson Lewis, a New Dawn. 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. James Tibbs III. That's on the red Saturday in the Park. That is 2 out of 2. David Cone. There's a strikeout machine. David Cone also threw a perfect game in the major leagues for the New York Yankees. 3 out of 3. And our last card is a double. 2 for the show. There's Adam Serwinowski. Adam Serwinowski and Tyson Lewis. And it looks like a gold speckles, which means possible 1 of 1, and it is a 1 of 1. This will be random at the end. Box number 4. Hagen Smith on the green cracked ice. Hagen Smith, 1 of 5. Wellington Herrera, New Day. That is 4 of 8. Trey Phelps, a New Day on Trey Phelps, 2 out of 3. Purple Speckles of Steve Monster Millam. Steve Monster Millam. That is 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Quentin Young on the green ice. Quentin Young green ice. 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. And Mike Sirota. Mike Sirota. That is 5 out of 5 on the true green. Sorry guys, my camera's acting up. Okay, here we go. Our autos for box 4. Owen Hall. Owen Hall on a New Day. Owen Hall, 8 out of 8. George Wolkow. George Wolkow. That is 13 out of 15. 13 out of 15. New Day, David Shields on the Blue Shimmer. That is 3 out of 7 on the Blue Shimmer. Red Speckles, that is Anderson Brito, Strikeout Machine, 1 out of 2. On the Orange Wave, Ozzie Smith. There's a hit for you Ozzie Smith fans out there. Ozzie Smith, 1 of 1 Orange Wave. 1 of 1 Orange Wave. Some people call it Orange Lava. That can be Orange Lava, Orange Wave. And on the Purple Ice, that is Josue De Paula. Josue De Paula, unfortunately, doesn't know how to sign on the sticker. As you can see, he went off in a couple of spaces here. But still, nice auto. Josue De Paula, 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. Box number 5. Our base cards, we got Chris Cortez on a New Dawn. Chris Cortez. That is 7 out of 8 on the Chris Cortez. Anderson Brito on the New Dawn. Anderson Brito. 2 out of 7. Luke Dickerson. Pure hitter. Luke Dickerson. That one's going to be a 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2. David Cone again on the strikeout machine. Cracked ice. David Cone. 3 out of 3. Jim Palmer on the strikeout machine. Jim Palmer on the purple shimmer. And that's 2 out of 5. And on the top 100, we have Noble Mayer. Noble Mayer on the top 100. And that is 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6. First auto, purple speckles. We have Boston Bateman on the strikeout machine. Boston Bateman strikeout machine. That is 8 out of 8. Dylan Dreeling. Dylan Dreeling. Silver speckles. 9 out of 15. 9 out of 15. Cracked ice. That's Jace Lavolette on the auto. And that is 6 out of 15. Saturday in the Park with Jace Lavolette. Justin Nixon Garcia. Justin Nixon Garcia. Bonus baby. And I probably got that wrong. 4 out of 7. 4 out of 7. And nope, 2 cards. We got Travis Bazzana, your number 1 pick in the draft for the Cleveland Guardians. Nice hit for the Bazzana spot. Nice hit for the Travis Bazzana spot. That is a 1 out of 7. 1 out of 7 on the blue shimmer. Now the last card of this box. That is Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. Saturday in the Park on the True Green Lava. Green Lava. And this one is numbered 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. Box number 6. Brad, you got the Ozzy? You got the Ozzy spot? No? Okay. That would have been cool. That would have been so cool. All right, here we go. Luis Morales on a New Dawn. Luis Morales, 4 out of 6. Kyle DeBarge on the blue lava, 2 out of 3. Griffin Burkholder on the silver shimmer, on the shimmer, 15 out of 15. How about G. Matthews? Gary Matthews. Old school right there. Gary Matthews, 6 out of 15. On the red speckles, we got Eddie Rinders. Eddie Rinders. And Echendry Vargas on the red cracked ice. That is 2 out of 4. Grab some more top loaders here. All right, here comes our autos. Dusty Baker on the Hall of Famer. This looks like an orange shimmer, possible 1 of 1. It is 4 of 4 on the orange shimmer of Dusty Baker. Nice hit for the Dusty Baker spot. Brett Wichrowski. Brett Wichrowski or Wichrowski. That is 2 out of 2. Red Speckles. New Dawn, Thatcher Hurd. Thatcher Hurd on the shimmer. Probably to 15. 7 of 15. 7 of 15. Blue Speckles. We got Luis Morales. Luis Morales. 2 out of 3. On the blue, a New Dawn. There's Rock Chalowski. Rock Chalowski. 1 out of 7. And our last card of box number 6, halfway point, is Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin on the Saturday in the Park. That is a red, looks like a red vinyl. Possible 1 of 1. It is a 1 of 1 Connor Griffin. 1 of 1 Connor Griffin red vinyl. All right, we're at our halfway point. Box 7. Box 7. Just so everybody knows, if you happen to skunk in the break, please do not request a refund. We will ship you something. If you buy 1 spot and you don't hit anything, that's a skunk. If you buy 10 spots and you hit 1 item in those 10 spots, that's not a skunk. You buy 10 spots and you hit nothing, that's a skunk, my friends. We will send you something. Please do not request a refund on your shipping or on your spots. Here we go. Box number 7. Box number 7. On the cracked ice, that is Chuck Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch again. That one's 15 out of 15. 15 out of 15. Carter Johnson on the purple ice. Purple ice, Carter Johnson. That one is 1 out of 8. Cam Koziel. Cam Koziel on a New Dawn. 1 out of 2. Brody Brecht, Purple Shimmer. Brody Brecht, Purple Shimmer, 4 out of 6. Braylon Doty. Braylon Doty, that's a purple, true purple. That one is 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. And on the Purple Shimmer, that is Connor Griffin. Top 100 Connor Griffin. That is 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8. Caden Bodine on the shimmer. Caden Bodine on the shimmer. A New Dawn, 1 out of 15. Nolan Souza. Nolan Souza, red cracked ice, 4 out of 4. Red cracked ice of Caleb Lomavita. Caleb Lomavita, 3 out of 4. On the purple lava, Gavin Turley. Gavin Turley, purple lava, 2 out of 8. On the acetate pure hitter, that's an autograph of Leo DeVries. Leo DeVries on the auto. Pure hitter acetate. 1 of 1. 1 of 1. I know he's no longer with the Padres. He's now with the Athletics. Boy, I tell you, if those young players put it together in Oakland, when they move to Las Vegas and become the Las Vegas Athletics, they're going to be really good. 1 of 1, Leo DeVries. And on the speckles, a new dawn of Charlie Condon. Charlie Condon, another team with really good young potential, the Colorado Rockies. That is Charlie Condon spot. Congratulations. That is 1 out of 15. 1 out of 15. Box number 8. I think we have an 8-person redemption coming on the bottom. I think it is an 8-person redemption. Alright, I saw 3 of these, so I might as well get them cut now. Alright. First one is a shimmer of Tink Hence. Tink Hence. 7 of 15. Bonus baby of Leo DeVries. That is on the purple speckle. 3 out of 6. On the LFG acetate, Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal. 10 out of 15. On the top 100, Josue De Paula. Josue De Paula for the blue shimmer. Blue shimmer, Josue De Paula, 6 out of 7. Bryce Rainier on the bonus baby. Bryce Rainier, purple shimmer, that is 5 out of 6. Braden Taylor on the top 100. Braden Taylor, 3 out of 7. And Carter Holton. Carter Holton, a new day. 10 out of 15. First auto, Trent Carraway. Trent Carraway on the true green. 3 out of 5. Top 100 auto. That is Bryce Rainier on the blue ice. Blue ice. 1 of 1. Bryce Rainier, 1 of 1, blue ice. A New Day. That's Ben Hess on the auto. Blue Shimmer. Blue Shimmer, that is 2 out of 7. We got a true purple of Cash Mayfield. Saturday in the Park. Saturday in the Park. That is 8 out of 8 on the true purple. 8 out of 8. Looks like orange speckles. Orange speckles of Curt Schilling. Curt Schilling, 2 out of 4. This product has got a lot of legends and past players. That's really good. I like that. And our last card, which I believe is an 8-person random. It is. It's an octography. Octography. And that is of Miguel Cabrera. God, and they're all Hall of Famers or potential Hall of Famers. Miguel Cabrera, Adrian Beltre, Vlad Guerrero, David Cone, Edgar Martinez, Gary Sheffield, Jeff Bagwell, and Juan Gonzalez. And this, my friends, is definitely a 1 of 1. Right there, if we can focus. There it is. 1 of 1 purple lava. That's going to be a fun one. That is going to be a fun one. Four to go, guys. 4 to go. It's box number 9. Box number 9. That's Billy Wagner, another legend closer in the game. 1 of 2. How about George Brett on the pure hitter? George Brett on the pure hitter. That one is numbered 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8. Cruz Schoolcraft. Cruz Schoolcraft on the purple shimmer. That one's 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Wyatt Sanford on the New Day. Wyatt Sanford, New Day. That is 4 out of 6 on the purple lava. Pure hitter, purple speckle, acetate, Jared Thomas. Jared Thomas, that is 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6. And on the top 100, that is Lazaro Montas. Lazaro Montas, and that is 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. First auto, Sam McDowell, strikeout machine. Sam McDowell, strikeout machine. On the speckles, we got 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8. Top 100. That is Zaire Hope. Zaire Hope. Two out of 4. 2 out of 4 on the Zaire Hope. Saturday in the Park. Hagen Smith on the lava. Blue lava. 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. On the red speckles, Dean Moss. A New Day, Dean Moss. 1 out of 2. John Smoltz on the strikeout machine. John Smoltz. There's another Hall of Famer for you. 3 out of 6. John Smoltz. And 2 for the show. That is Noah Schultz and Hagen Smith. Going to be random after the break. 8 out of 10. Gonna have another 2 for the road, or 2 for the show coming up at the end here, so we'll have another random. Did I grab too many? I did. Here we go. How about gold cracked ice of Ron Guidry? Ron Guidry, what's up, Seth? How are you? That's because you're not talking, bud. Ron Guidry, 1 of 1, cracked ice. Kellen Lindsay, purple speckles. Kellen Lindsay, purple speckles. You had John Smoltz, Brad. Congrats, man. 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8. LFG, Greg Maddux. LFG, Greg Maddux. We got Smoltzy. We got Maddux. Where's Glavin? Four out of 15 on the Smoltzy, or the Maddux, excuse me, the Maddux. Top 100, Sammy Basillo. Samuel Basillo. 2 out of 2. The Bryce Rainier 1 of 1, yeah, it's pretty sick. Carson Benj. Purple speckles. 1 of 1, Carson Benj. Nice. Nice, Seth. It's about time you hit something. JJ Weatherholt. 1 of 1. Tired of sending you skunk packs, Seth. All right. Here are our autos for box number 10. Box number 10, here's our autos. Starting out with Seaver King. Seaver King. Green speckles, 2 out of 5. Green speckles, Theo Gillen. A New Dawn, Theo Gillen. Congrats, Way. Congrats, man. Yeah, that Rainier is really nice. Chris Cortez. Strikeout machine. Chris Cortez. Yeah, Yeah, you go up and down. 4 out of 7. 4 out of 7. You're like a yo-yo, bro. You go up and down. Carter Holton on the True Purple. 2 out of 8. 2 out of 8. You're welcome, my friend. Maybe we can keep hitting you some more Rainiers. Kevin McGonigal on the Purple Speckles. Purple Speckles. That is 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8. And on the red, 2 for the road. That is Connor Griffin and Wyatt Sanford. Red Shimmer. That's 2 out of 2, baby. 2 out of 2 for that randomizer. Good luck to both spots. How many we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have another one in this one. That'll be 6. 6 randomizers so far. First card's an acetate cracked ice. That is Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield, 14 out of 15. Yeah, this product's nice. This product's really nice. Braden Montgomery on the Shimmer. 11 out of 15. David Shields, A New Dawn, Blue Ice. 5 out of 7. Cash Mayfield, Purple Ice, or Magenta Ice. That one's 6 out of 6. Ben Hess. That is bonus, baby. Purple Ice. 8 out of 8. And here's a nice one. Top 100. I wish it was an auto, but that's nice. On the orange shimmer, that is Chase DeLauder. Chase DeLauder for 404. Our next autos, here we go. Oh, we got a gold vinyl 1 of 1. Saturday in the Park, gold vinyl 1 of 1. Emmanuel Rodriguez on this one, though. That is 11 out of 15 on the lava. Gold vinyl 1 of 1. Oh, it's a new day, not a Saturday in the Park. New day. That's Quentin Young. Quentin Young, gold vinyl 1 of 1 on the new day. Congrats to the Quentin Young spot. This young man's going to be pretty good. On the LFG, that's Wyatt Sanford. LFG, Wyatt Sanford. That is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Cam Caminiti on the bonus, baby. Purple Ice. 4 out of 8. Brett Saberhagen. I'm not sure if he's in the Hall of Fame or not, but I think he should be. Brett Saberhagen on the green shimmer. Congrats. 1 out of 4 on the Saberhagen spot. And our triple auto. Emergence 3. That is Jace Lavalette, Ava Arquette, and Cruz Schoolcraft on the triple auto. This should be to 15. 15 out of 15. 15 out of 15. And our last box. After this last box, we will do our randomizers and then a full recap. And we're going to have another triple randomizer. Another triple. We are going to have, I think, 7 randomizers. Oh, we got 3 more of those? My goodness. All right, first of the last base cards. Make Boggs on that triple. Okay, make Boggs. Kaylin Culpepper on the acetate. That is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Luke Dickerson. Luke Dickerson, a new dawn on the red shimmer. 2 out of 2. Dexter McClellan on the shimmer. I'm sorry, on the speckles. On the speckles. 3 out of 15. On the top 100, Jesus Made. Jesus Made. 3 out of 15. 3 out of 15. On the blue shimmer, Sebastian Walcott. Blue shimmer, Sebastian Walcott. 3 out of 7. And on the green, True Green, Harry Ford. Harry Ford on the True Green, top 100, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. It will take me a couple minutes to set up the randomizer after these cards. Treya Savage, bonus baby. That one is 4 out of 15. After that, we will do a full recap. Ryan Waldschmidt on a new day. That one is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Another top 100 auto. That one's a nice one for the Franklin Arias of the Boston Red Sox. Franklin Arias, 4 out of 7. Sal Stewart on the new dawn. Sal Stewart, 5 out of 15. 2 cards to go. How about Doc Gooden? Dwight Doc Gooden. Purple Lava. A 2 out of 8. And our last triple auto. Last triple is going to Emergence 3. Emergence 3. That's Connor Griffin, Seaver King, and Bryce Rainier. Bryce Rainier on this triple. Way more apparel. 12 out of 15. You got a chance of hitting another Rainier. Alrighty. So you're saying there's a chance. That is correct. More like 1 out of 3. More like 1 out of 3. But there is a chance. Alright, guys. Let me clear this off. Let me grab my keyboard here real quick. I've got the randoms already set up. I just got to type in the names. Give me a couple of quick minutes here. Alright, first one. There's always got to be one randomizer where all the names are big. And our last one, which has 8 names on it, all Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers, in my opinion. All right, they are all ready to go. All right, eBay, you are coming with me. Let's do this. All right, eBay. I'll zoom you in. YouTube, I am switching you over right now. eBay, you are on. YouTube, you should be on in a second here. It does take a little bit of second to switch over for, there you go. All right, here we go. We're going to roll the dice. I got to be 5 or higher. Here we go. 4, 6 times. Our first random is going to be Connor Griffin or Wyatt Sanford. Connor Griffin, Wyatt Sanford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. 6 times going to the Wyatt Sanford spot. Next up, if I can get the right mouse, Noah Schultz and Hagen Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. Going to the Hagen Smith spot. This is Adam Serwinowski and Tyson Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. Going to the Serwinowski spot. Of course, they're going to make me spell that name out. All right. Connor Griffin, Seaver King, or Bryce Rainier. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. Come on. There it is, 6 times. That's going to the Bryce Rainier spot. This is going to be Jace Lavalette, Ava Arquette, and Cruz Schoolcraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th time. 6 times, that's going to Schoolcraft. Next up, Ben Hess, Gerangelo Cinchte, and Trey Yesavage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 times. Going to the Trey Yesavage spot. And our last one, our 8-person random. Miguel Cabrera, Adrian Beltre, Vladimir Guerrero, David Ortiz. That's Dave Martinez. I'm sorry, Edgar Martinez. Edgar Martinez, Gary Sheffield, Jeff Bagwell, and Juan Gonzalez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 6. 6 times going to the Gary Sheffield spot. Gary Sheffield. All right. Now we're going to get a recap of everything for you guys. Nice, Seth. That's cool. I did not know that. You got it, Way More Apparel. Congratulations on that Bryce Rainier spot. Here we go with our recap, my friends. To 15. eBay, I'm going to zoom you in. There we go. Sal Stewart, Trey Savage, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Charlie Condon, Caden Bodine, Thatcher Hurd, Jace Lavalette, Dylan Dreeling, George Wolkow. We got Malcolm Moore and Chuck Knobloch. To 8. Doc Gooden, Cam Caminiti, Kevin McGonigal, Carter Holton, Sam McDowell, Cash Mayfield, Gavin Turley, Boston Bateman, Josue De Paula, Owen Hall, Gerangelo Cinchte. I don't know why that base card is in there, but it is. Brady Ebel and AJ Garcia. To 7. Franklin Arias, Chris Cortez, Hagen Smith, Ben Hess, Rock Chalowski, Travis Bazana, this guy Garcia. I cannot get his first name. I'm not even going to keep trying. David Shields, Rintaro Sasaki. To 6. We got John Smoltz, Tyson Lewis, and Will Gasparino. To 5, Wyatt Sanford, Theo Gillen, Seaver King, Trent Caraway. That's a beautiful Bobby Witt Jr. and Jared Thomas. To 4, we got Brett Saberhagen. That is Zaire Hope, Kurt Schilling, Caleb Lomavita, Nolan Souza, and Dusty Baker. To 3, Ryan Waldschmidt, Luis Morales, David Cohn, Johnny Bench, Dason Hill, and Echendry Vargas. To 2, Dean Moss, Brett Wichrowski, Anderson Brito, James Tibbs III. Our 1/1 base cards, J.J. Wentholt, Carson Benj, that is Ron Guidry, and Hagen Smith. Our 1/1 base 1/1 cards, we had Quentin Young on the gold vinyl, Bryce Rainier on the top 100, Leo DeVries on the pure hitters, Connor Griffin, Ozzie Smith, Ken Hawk Harrelson, Jeff Burrows. Our recap of our randomizers. That is going to the Wyatt Sanford spot. Wyatt Sanford. That's going to the Hagen Smith spot. This one's going to the Adam Serwinowski spot. This is going to the Bryce Rainier spot. This one's going to the Cruz Schoolcraft spot. This one went to Trey Yesavage. And our 8-person randomizer went to Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield. There you go, my friends. There is your break. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't hit, I'm so sorry. We will get you something in the mail. If you hit, congratulations. I know somebody hit a couple of nice Bryce Rainiers and he's happy. I'm happy. You guys are happy. Let's go. Have yourself a great weekend. I will be back on Sunday with 4 more breaks. Hope to see you there. Have a great night.